And welcome back to The Wrap. Well, it's probably a safe bet that Donald Trump isn't losing much sleep after Serta Mattresses cut ties with him over the comments about Mexican immigrants. Dun-dun-dun. Serta joins Macy's, NBC, Univision, maybe the state of New York, in dumping the billionaire presidential hopeful. It appears that Donald has lost millions of dollars since announcing. Do you think that he's second-guessing his decision to run Lee?
No. Absolutely not.
He's loving it, isn't it?
Yeah, he's stirring it up, and he's after the truth. I got to give him that. He wants the truth, and maybe the way he said it's a little rough, but he's after the truth, and that's why those people are scared of him.
I guess when you're worth, we'll call it conservatively $4 billion, then losing these
with all
big deal.
with all respect to our new buddy here, Donald Trump wouldn't know the truth if it been on the haircut, you know. Donald Trump is after publicity, and you know what?
Well,
he's got it this week. We got to give him that. He's owned the news cycle.
Let me challenge you on that. Or not challenge you, but I'm curious to see where you come down on this. Is he doing this for publicity because now he's been in the spotlight like he's never been before, and he's been in the spotlight a lot, or does he really want to be president of the United States?
I think he really wants to be president of the United States. His problem is that he didn't understand that promoting yourself to be president isn't quite the same as promoting yourself to get good ratings in a reality TV show. And this is what you've seen this week. What he doesn't care is he is absolutely really doing serious harm to his party.
Yep. Yeah, that's true. They're painting all Republicans with a broad brush. Hillary Clinton says, see, this is what the GOP thinks about Mexican immigrants, when obviously that pertains basically to one man. It's the perils, Brad, I think, of brutal candor. And the fact is that during that speech, when he came out and announced, he didn't have a speech. He was just going off the cuff. So if you go off the cuff, you're genuine. But if you're genuine, sometimes you're going to go into an area where now sponsors are dropping him, and there's a segment of the population that'll never vote for him just based on what he said already.
Correct. He is damaging the Republican brand. He is damaging the conservative brand. It's Ari Fleischer, the former press secretary for the Bush, has said it's like watching a car wreck. Right? Everyone pulls over to look at it, but it's a terrible tragedy. And that's what's going on here. And the fact that, and I think he is genuine in that sense, but what I think he's genuine about is promoting Donald. Donald's always in the Donald business, and the fact that someone is genuine doesn't guarantee they can't be stupid or offensive, and he's managed to be both. I actually had a moment when I thought maybe cut him a little slack, and then he goes and talks to Don Lemon, and he goes back with, who's doing the raping? He would have to learn how to apologize in order to recover any piece of this.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that, because despite the backlash, Trump is showing no signs of backing down, as Brad said, that Mexico is sending rapists and drug dealers to the U.S. Roll it.
All I'm doing is telling the truth.
I've read the Washington Post, I read the Fusion, I read the Huffington Post, and that's about women being raped. It's not about criminals coming across the border or entering the country.
Well, somebody's doing the raping, Don. I mean, you know, somebody's doing the. You're saying it's women being raped. Well, who's doing the raping?
Why'd they go off of Don's face? Because I would have loved to have seen the reaction. He's just like,
it's
my God.
Unbelievable.
It's almost like watching the man on the street interview. You don't know whether to laugh at it or be really upset and cry.
Right, so here I'm going to err on the side of being upset because he is worth billions of dollars. He does want to be president. There are pieces of his candidacy that are attractive to lots of people for good reasons. And then he does this stuff, and it's actually edging toward really hateful.
Yeah, it seems like, Lee, the most attractive part of his candidacy is the fact that he's not a politician. Everybody hates politicians right now. Accurate. Okay, great. If you were running his campaign, what would you do to? How would you advise him if he even took advice? But if you were to advise him, what would you say? Donald, do this.
I think maybe plan his speeches a little better is all. You know, I mean, he's aggressive, and everybody knows that. And he likes media coverage, and you're right. He's after as much media as he can get. If he's going to win presidency or not, it will help his brand. And everybody will know who he is and just like that. But you know, I think the public likes his attitude.
Here's what they like. It's really easy to summarize the Donald Trump situation. The public likes what he says because he's calling out problems that disturb them. What they are beginning to see, though, is while they may like that he presents the problems, they're beginning to see he's not even in the same universe for having solutions.
Yeah, I think that's largely true. Look, he would need to stand up and say, part of a conservative approach is personal responsibility. And I'm going to say words I've never said before. I was wrong.
Yeah.
I was wrong to say that.
That's true.
Problems with immigration are real. Illegal immigration is a serious challenge in this country. We have not come up with any real responses to what we need to do better. But I was wrong to utter those words. They were ugly
really
and
right.
hateful.
And you know what? Just to throw this in quickly, you know what would help him immensely? Instead of suing somebody every time they drop him or saying, I told them to drop me,
So right.
he should just once say, you know, I feel bad about that because we had a great partnership. I'm sorry it worked out that way.
It's not Donald Trump.
It's
That's
not-
not Donald
that's not
Trump.
him.
And
Yep,
that's the
and
problem.
there's more, by the way, with Donald Trump when J.D. Hayworth interviews Mr. Trump on the show coming on right after this one. It's called Newsmax Prime, so certainly stick around for that. The best part about the Trump candidacy will be when he finally leaves, if he leaves, right? And then he has to endorse somebody. And then that person, no, I don't want to. Lee, thanks so much for being here.
You're so welcome.
We appreciate it. I mean,
Thank
well
you. Thank
timed
you,
with
guys.
Independence Day coming up.
Yeah, Independence Day. Happy Independence Day
Happy
to all of
Independence
you.
Day to
you and your
Happy 4th
family.
of July. Thank you. Thank you. My family's going to be in East Tennessee.
East Tennessee, ooh, it's beautiful. The mountains there, right?
Yeah, my wife visiting her brother. We got 3 little kids over there and my 2 sons.
Wow,
Nice.
that's a great
For the
plan.
family.
Well, thanks
Yeah.
again. We appreciate it. Back with more Daily Wrap on this Thursday evening in just a moment.